What up, ladies and gentlemen? Big Boy Plays here, bringing y'all another episode of the East versus West 2K Rebuild Challenge. And I'm gonna just show y'all, how we start off. Just show y'all some of the trades that happen. This matchup, we got the Mavericks versus the Magic. I thought this would be a fun little matchup, and we're going straight to the draft. Not even 30 seconds in, but teams are evenly matched. I honestly feel like Mavericks. We gotta find Dirk a replacement. Dude's gonna retire soon, so you already know we're gonna come out here and we're gonna be looking for that big guy to replace Dirk and make a new legacy. And we're trying to get, franchise players for both teams. I feel like the Mavericks need, like I said, a big man, but also a point guard. They definitely do not have point guards that can lead this team, and the Magic are the same way. I feel like they need a point guard too, so you see the players that are available. Fox is a great point guard, but they also need a franchise small forward. And that's what I got with Josh Jackson right there. I feel like that's a great pickup for the Magic. Great young team. He's going to be a centerpiece to help this team build up. But, I feel like uh, both of these teams can get young players because, we have the things it takes to trade for a franchise player. Because you know, just get draft picks and trade for draft picks, and that's basically all I do in these rebuilds. And besides a big man, the Mavericks need basically everything else, and so do the Magic. Both teams don't really have anyone worth keeping. Gordon can develop into someone. Barnes, I feel like, is overpaid. Same thing with Wesley Matthews. So I'm like, let's just get everyone and get rid of them for draft picks. That's probably not the most realistic, but that's how I do my rebuilds, and I feel like it works. We've only had one rebuild where there hasn't been a championship, and that was the Nets versus the Kings. If you haven't watched that, go ahead and watch that. That's by far the closest matchup there's been so far, so y'all would probably enjoy that. And these videos are not that long at all, so if you enjoy, go ahead and just like and sub. There's your daily reminder. I won't remind you at the end of the video. The Mavericks just got the big man from Arizona. Dude can do it all. Honestly, I think that's the best thing for a Dirk replacement, and I feel like that's who they need to get in real life. That's how I have them picking him in real life. So he's a great fit. He's basically a young Dirk. White dude with blonde hair. It fits perfectly if you think about it. So it's basically a young Dirk, and I could see Dirk coming and being like in the coaching positions somewhere, not probably a head coach, maybe like I don't know, a big man's coach or something like that, and really helping that team out. So him going there, I feel like that's a really good fit, and I like that pickup for them honestly, and just kind of feels right. And right here, I couldn't figure out who to pick. There was a lot of good young players. You got Grayson Allen, Justin Jackson, Miles Bridges. I don't like to pick the same players. I like to pick new players, players you don't see. If I do the same players every video, then you're expecting the same thing, and it gets kind of boring, and I don't like that. Here we're showing who we signed in free agency. So we had to get a point guard, so we threw Derrick Rose a fat contract. Dude's always expecting money, so we had to throw him a fat contract or he wasn't going to come. Here's the starting lineups for both teams. Nice little young lineup for the Mavericks. Not that bad, not that bad, not that great. And here's the lineup for the Magic, even younger. Got a bunch of rookies and sophomores playing in there. But here, see you showing myself trying to get a trade. And it took a couple tries, but I got it. Getting more draft picks at the end of the day, that's what we want, right? And here's the second year draft. This is the draft with Michael Porter and DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton and Porter are the best too, but there's other people like Duvall or Trayvon, whatever his name is. He's a really good player in real life. You got Colin Sexton. He's really good too. So you got a bunch of young studs who I think are great players in this draft, honestly. There we got Alfred Fultz. Great young player. Could have picked him up, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we can get something else. Let's see. Michael Porter. That might have to do it. And here I'm showing, you know, like I said, it's a process to get these players. You gotta look at everything and see what you want. And I was noticing that I had a small forward already, but Michael Porter's a generational player you can't pass on. Basically, I just took out Carroll and the picks they wanted, and I was like, why don't we just do it straight up? It makes sense. So they did it, and they ended up picking Aiton, which is another great player. You know, that's the second player I wanted. That dude, I don't know who that is, to be honest. It's probably like an overseas player that's getting a lot of attention. I honestly have no idea. He will be in high school right now, so it's hard to tell who he is, to be honest. So we got offered him though. He has great value, but probably not going to pick him ever, to be honest. There we go, Aiton, the other dude we wanted, and they really do not want Carroll, it looks like, but we'll take him. I don't know what's wrong with Carroll. Carroll was really good on the Hawks, but I don't know. Here's another free agency thing, and if you're wondering who the music is in the background, if you can hear that, it is L.E.N.Beats. He's a great, you know, I'm pretty sure I was told, read something that he's young or something like that, so look out for this man. He just started uploading again. He was gone for a while. Honestly did not know if he was coming back, but I mean, he came back and it looks like he's gonna stay with us, so dude's really good. Y'all go check him out and give him a sub. Appreciate that, and so would he. But anyways, here's the year 2 lineups for both teams. Just gonna go by it fast. Vucevic, or whatever the dude's name is not happy with his minutes. We got year 1 start people that were starting on this team coming off the bench, which is kind of adorable in my opinion. But just traded for Bagley, I think, or someone. No, something happened. I'm doing a trade. That's all that's going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all the stats for this. I'm gonna just tell y'all the awards. I'm not gonna tell you wins and losses, but I'm gonna leave out one important one because it'll tell the winner. But the Magic had 2 rookie first teams. The Mavericks had 2 rookie first teams and a rookie of the year. The Magic also had a 1 rookie second team. And I don't think the Mavericks did. I mean, that's not really that important. The Magic did have an all NBA third team. The Mavericks did not. They had a defensive player of the year. And looks like the Magic just had an all NBA third team. It don't look like they had much. There was not a lot of playoff wins at all. There was actually only 2 playoff wins by the Mavericks, it looks like, but I don't think that's right. Hang on, let me check. Anyways, I showed the player progression because it went up a lot, but I mean, these teams look great if you look at them. Really, really solid teams. Porter went up 6. You can already tell he's gonna be a stud. Yo, if you look at them lineups, they're solid. You know, they're not awful at all. Dirk's replacement seems to be getting minutes in here. I'm just showing gameplay with the team. I think this is the finals. This is Dallas leads 3-2. Yep. So I did forget. I forgot to mention it, but Porter actually goes on a run here. I think at the end. That's why I showed this. But this is the Mavericks winning the championship. We were up by a lot, so I just wanted to jump in and show y'all this. This is I don't know what I was doing right there. I was lacking on D. But in real life, the Bucks actually upset in game 1. Well, not really upset. It's a 3-6. I got the Bucks winning that. The Bucks are a young team that you cannot sleep on at all, and I think they have the potential to take Cleveland to like 6 or 7 games next round. But yeah, I think that's a team you definitely gotta look out for, because people are gonna sleep on them, and they're not gonna think they're good, but they're young, they're athletic, and they're big. You got Thonmaker, my man. I've been rooting for Thonmaker forever. Starting to get some starting time in the playoffs. I mean, a year ago, like they said in on the Snapchat thing, that he was a high school player. Now he's starting in a game. That's crazy. But I wanted to show you all the players here. Only 30 seconds left. You could tell as soon as I jumped in, we were already going to win. So like I said, I just wanted to jump in and show you guys what's going on with the team. Rose is getting his trophy, and there goes Rose, old school throwback Rose. You know, injuries are off, so he didn't end his career with us, because you know, if we would have put injuries on, he would have been every 5 seconds popping up with an injury, and ain't nobody got time for that. But that's it, y'all. I feel like it's pretty clear who won this. Obviously, the Mavericks won a championship, so they definitely won. That's by default. Unless both teams win a championship, then we go by wins. But the next up for the rebuild challenge is the 76ers versus the Lakers. I actually have some of that recorded. And if you watched this all the way through, I appreciate you. It means the world to me. If you can handle my voice and handle my gameplay and my editing all the way through, then you're a true fan, and I appreciate you so much. But yeah, the Mavericks won the 2020 championship. I think this was the last year, so thank God they won. If you guys like the video, like the editing, don't give me a like. You don't have to. I know that adds to y'all's playlist, and that's how I'll listen to my music. So just sub. Keep the views going. I appreciate the love and support. Thank you guys for everything. It means the world to me. See you next time. See y'all tomorrow. I'll be posting probably. Thank you guys. Love you. Peace out.